What is going on, everybody? We're back. Day 6 of the $200 challenge. It's time to get active. You know the vibes. You already know what we on, where we trying to go with it. So let's get going. We starting off this day 6 with $230. So let's go ahead and get rocking. Market opens in 2 minutes. So let's not even waste time, right? Let's just look at our charts so we know exactly what we got going on. We're not even going to waste time today, right? So if I go here, we looking at, wait, where's my chart at? What happened to my chart? Why is it not loading? Hold on now. Hold up. Why is it not loading? Okay, there we go. That did 15 minutes. All right, wow. Let's take a look at Friday's trading. So we had first 15-minute Friday. As you can see, hold on. Let's bring it over here. Let's zoom in on this. This is all of Friday, right? So we sold on Friday, very small because it hit our stop loss pretty damn quick. So we sold here, boom. And then after 15 minutes or so, boom, we exited, right? Somewhere in that, it literally in like first 5 or 10 minutes, it closed our position. But after that happened, it stayed in this little area for about an hour. And then the rest of the day, it started to drop off. You see that? The rest of the day, it starts to drop off. So, yeah. And then let's see, this is now 6 p.m. on Sunday right here. And then after 6 p.m., it starts to slowly try and recover back to, oh, where was the low? It technically already passed the low, right? So we're trying to recover back to the opening of Friday, basically, is what we're looking at. We're looking at recovery back to the opening of Friday. Now, automatically, I see this big wick right here. I love wicks. I love wicks. And it's not huge, but relative to the other candlestick wicks, this is a big wick right here, right? This red one. What do I want to see? I'm actually going to turn my volume on. I want volume to be active. We're going to start using volume. We're going to start incorporating volume into our trading, right? I'm showing you guys quick little entry exits on this one strategy. We're going to start incorporating volume. So before I explain volume, let's just see what I see here. I like this little wick. Wicks give me slight indication of whether it's going to go down or not. What I will say is that this wick is engulfing the previous candle, right? This whole candlestick, not even the wick, this whole candlestick. Let me zoom in on it for you some more. It's engulfing. Let me draw a box around it in case you can't see. It's engulfing the previous one, right? So let me make this white. I don't want you to be like you can't see it. All right. So look at this green box. We're going to mark the low of the red right after it and the high of the red right after it, right? All right, you see the candlestick? It's smaller than the red one that's going down. This would be considered, this red candlestick right here would be considered a bearish engulfing, right? And so we're looking, when we see stuff like this, we're looking for more downtrends, right? Again, this is all in the Discord. The Discord is freemium, if you will, right? So there are things that are available for free, like a general chat and a lot of educational tools. So let me bring this up for you because I know you can't see it here. Let me add it to my screen. Where is Discord? I gotta add it. Discord. Click OK, make source visible. We want to get the Discord one. All right. So we're here in Discord. We bring that up, right? Discord shows you all of these great, how do you call it? Tools about candlesticks and how to read them. So again, when we start talking about bullish engulfing and bearish engulfing, You see how on the bearish engulfing, the top of this candlestick, right, is above the previous candlestick, as well as the bottom is below the previous. This would be engulfing, right? It engulfs the previous. And since it's a red one going downwards, indicating downward momentum, that would be considered a bearish engulfing. And it's at its strongest because it took only one candle. Whereas this one does the same similar pattern, but it took more candles, so it's not as strong, right? And then adversely, if you see the three candles taking time to get to that same position, it's pretty weak. So now if you flip that on the inverse side, you know, green candles going up, that would be a bullish engulfing, and then two of them taking it would be not as strong, and then you know how it goes. So when we're looking here on the charts, right? When I'm looking here on the chart and I'm telling you this is engulfing, bearish engulfing, we're looking at sales now. This is exactly what I mean. I might actually enter a sale, right? Market just opened 5 minutes ago. It started to sell. And here's the level why I said I like this, right? Let me draw this out. I'm sure you already know I like to see where stuff starts to be stagnant. So this is where the wick was. And then let's say we draw one more line right here. This is where all of the momentum basically stopped. Let's see what we're looking at when we zoom in. So I don't know if you see what I see, but I see that on the blue line, the where all the momentum basically stopped is where this current candlestick wicked out. All right, I'll delete this so you can see it easier. Right, wick went right to the line. Wick went slightly above that line and came down. Then you see, right? Then you see you have that top blue line, which is where I said it wicked out all the way over here, right? It wicked out right here. You see that wick? So that's the level I saw where I'm like, okay, it tried to see what it wanted to do, but then it kept going down, right? So now when I see that it wicks out in that same region, I'm already telling myself sell, right? Until something else shows otherwise. This is another rejection we're looking at. Now, when we go down, I want to see more of these volume sticks, right? These levels on the volume, I want them to get higher. So you see how like right here, it's red, but it's going up, right? It's green going up. It's still kind of following the trend. The low is still higher than the last low candle, right? And the candlesticks or the levels on the volume are getting bigger and bigger. That's an indication that we got momentum going upwards, right? You'll see it again right here. Right here, you see how it's going up and the momentum sticks keep going up. We want to see that. So now what am I looking for here? I'm going to get in on a sale if I see this red level go higher than the next one. This is a different strategy we're using today. But we can also incorporate that with the ones we've already been doing, right? So how do we do that? Well, we already know that I'm rambling. Holy moly. I already know that it's market's already open, right? So let's go ahead and do our 15-minute mark that we like to do. So this was where 9:30 starts. Let me click my box here. This is where 9:30 starts. First, what I want to do, I'm gonna start it here. This is the high. Boom. This is currently the low. Now you see how right here I said I wanted to see the volume be higher, right? So I should have got in. I could have been in ready for this, right? But we gonna continue. We're gonna continue with the strategy we've already been using. Okay, we're gonna keep doing the strategy we've already been using because you don't fix what's not broken. So this one big candle right here, that's the first 15 minutes, and it's only been 5 minutes so far. Now, if let's just say we're entertaining these sales. At what point do we want to exit? What's our T? How come I can't see the daily, bro? What is really going on? Click the arrow button to the left to expand the indicator. Yeah, bro, what is up? Why can't I see the how do I refresh my chart? Trade Locker, come fix your shit, man. Fuck. Where's the refresh button? This is unreal, yo. This is unreal. What if I just press refresh? There we go. All right, on the daily, look at the daily. The daily is looking wow. Yo, I don't even know when I marked this level right here, but it looks like at some point throughout the middle of the night, it reached here. So on the daily, we probably should be eyeing longs because this would have been my mark where I'm like, yo, if it respects this and bounces off, we getting longs. If it comes down, we gonna get shorts until this level. I'm pretty sure if I was to look at this, that's what I was thinking, just off a quick glance. I was thinking these are the two levels I need to eye for either longs and shorts, right? On the daily. And it seemed like it did that because this would have happened sometime throughout the night. Interesting. Interesting. See, I don't even remember why I was looking at the daily. Oh, I was looking at the daily chart to see what levels we need to go to. That's what it was. I mean, honestly, that would be to take profit. It already went there almost and then came back. So if we was to enter sales right now, which I think I will enter a sale, because that's just indicating that we're selling off. I'm not going to hold you. That's what I see. That's an indication. So I'm going to trust it. I'm going to trust it. All right. It already rejected. So I'm going to trust that rejection right here and lay it down. I entered our trade 5 minutes before we were even going to make a decision. Just so y'all know that. It's 9:40. Strategy is to wait 15 minutes. I did not wait 15 minutes, right? But now, since I'm already in, take profit is going to be where? Take profit will be right where it already went. So let's put it right there, 73.49. And let's just be nice and put 73.50 for $77 profit. This is a $75 trade, by the way. So, okay. And then stop loss, basically put the stop loss right on these blue lines. To be honest with you, if it goes above those blue lines, it's definitely not valid if the trade is done. So you could put it right above the blue line, which would be a $39 stop loss. So this is a big risk here that we're taking, but we're gonna have to accept that. We're taking a big risk here. All right. Let's zoom in here to see what we got. We're taking a big risk. Mind you, this is the 1 hour chart, so don't expect the movement to go right away, right? You should expect it to happen throughout this day since you're looking at it on an hourly basis. You have to give yourself time. So when you're like, let's zoom back out a bit. When you're like, okay, I think it's going to go, I foresee it going here. Oh, whoops, that was a horizontal line, not a trend line. If you're like, yo, I think it's going to keep going down, right? Maybe go this a bit, right? Maybe come back. Now you got to really ask yourself, what time is that say, right? I just drew this, right? You got to ask yourself, okay, if it starts here, that says 9 a.m. I say it comes down, that says 10 a.m. I say it comes back up a bit, that says 11 a.m. Come down some more and just push down some more, that says 12. So that means we shouldn't really be expecting to see this move until about 12 o'clock. But you know, since we didn't respect the 15-minute strategy that we've been using, we didn't get in on the best position, clearly, because there's an option right now to get in somewhere else. So it's almost 15 minutes. What I'm going to do is continue to mark the low. It looks like I got in right at the lows. Ain't that something? Well, we're going to continue to mark the high and the low, and then we're going to decide what we want to do. And since I have a stop loss up here, my plan is that if it runs up here and shows signs of some rejection and slows down, I'm going to get in one more 0.01 lots just to DCA your average, if you will, get in on a better position. And then hopefully we see it ride down to 73.50, you know? See, that's nasty. That's indecisive. That's nasty. But we got 20 seconds and it's going to decide, or it's going to change to a new candle. See, I need to see this red candle. We got a new candle now, right? I need to see this new candle on the 15. Look how high that red is. I need more of that to be on this next candle that's forming, right? You see, that was a huge red level. Now, I said we should combine that with the 15-minute strategy. So that means after we see these candles, I should be seeing more red levels higher than this last one for me to be confident in entering a sale, right? That would be the ideal way to be like, yeah, we're in shorts no matter what. That's how you would combine them. Now, the same thing I told you guys earlier, if you see it going up and the previous green, right? This was green, this was green. Then you see this push, and this green was volume was crazy. Boom, okay, let's get in. We get in sometime here, it comes back. That's cool. We're gonna wait it out, and it keeps going as signs of momentum. So I see this, that's cool. It might come back. We're gonna wait it out. Hopefully it don't go past these levels. We're gonna wait it out. And then if it rejects, we're in the money clear to come right back down. You get what I'm saying? That's the strategy we're looking at right now. But that's how you would combine the volumes with this opening 15-minute strategy we've been trying. So, you know. I know I like to check out forexfactory.com. Let's see what's going on in the news, baby. It says there's no news till 6 p.m. So this is a clean trading day. That's very rare. That's very rare. 4:30 a.m., then 6:45 p.m. That's very rare that you just get nothing. Let me make sure this is, yeah, it says date 9:47 a.m. That's very rare that there's no news all day. Very rare. Okay, so here we go. We got more big wicks here. Let's see this turn red. And let's see it continue to go down. That would be love. You get what I'm saying? That would be love. It's building up some volume here. I want to see it go down while it builds up that volume. Let's build up that volume, baby. This is what I like to see. This is what I like to see, man. Okay. Don't get stuck right there. Let's keep going down. Don't get stuck on me. Let's keep going down. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we got to see this reject. That's a big wick on both sides, so I don't like wicks on both sides. That's an indecisive candlestick. That means basically the market is even. Anybody could change the direction of that. I don't like to see that. I like to see clear indication of where we're going. Oh, it's trying to build its momentum back. We don't want that. We don't want you to build your momentum back. We want you to keep on dropping, baby. We want you to keep on dropping, baby. I'm not liking this, y'all. I'm not liking this, y'all. I'm not really liking this. Jeez, jeez, jeez. Mm-mm-mm. Wow, it's doing a number on me right now. I'm not even gonna hold you. This is doing a number on me. All right, if it doesn't reject here, bro, I'm gonna have to say this is invalid. Like we already really honestly passed our margin. I only put it this high because I really thought it was gonna keep going down, and it's playing with me. Like it's not in danger zone. Danger zone would clearly be in these little blue marks, but it's not the way I look at candlesticks. This shit is gonna hit there in like 35 seconds, bro. I'll be honest. This thing has 50 seconds for the candle to close, and the way I look at candlesticks, this joint's gonna keep going. In the next 45 seconds, we'll reach this blue line. I'd be surprised if we don't. I'd be happy if we don't, and it shows more rejection. But I'm not liking the way this is looking right now. This is looking really nasty. It looked real sweet. And then all of a sudden it decided it wanted to change its mind when I entered in the trade. Maybe I should have waited the 15 minutes. It's a learning lesson for people who's watching. Feel me? Stick to your strategy. If I stuck to my strategy, I probably wouldn't have entered till about here. Or I probably would still be waiting. I do like to see that it slightly rejected there. Should I enter in? Should I enter in? Okay. Okay. Talk to me nice. You slowed down. That's good signs. Okay. Okay. Drop down just the way we need you. Drop down and get your eagle on, girl. Hmm. Okay, we almost back to where we entered our trade. This could be good for us. This could be good for us. And here's what I will say. Since we already entered the trade at the bottom of the 15-minute box, if it crosses below there and continues down, I might still double down because then I'm still technically following my strategy. I just got in prematurely. You get what I'm saying? And then I got in again when I was actually supposed to, if that makes sense. Ah, I like this. I like this. This is looking promising. We got 2 more minutes of this. This is looking promising. That's a lot of time, but I like this. Yes, create new high, new lows. Yes, we're in the positive, baby. Okay, okay, I like this. Now, if this can close below that box, that would be love. We entered that region. That's a nice indicator. We want to keep going down. It's weak indicator, but it's a nice one. Now, in the next 2 minutes, can it continue to close in this area or what? Yes, we like this. We like this. Yes, we do. Now what I'm going to do, take my stop loss, turn it into a trailing, and confirm that. All right, now we just made it into a trailing. So, we're going to start locking down the losses, start mitigating some of that, make it less, you know? And if it goes far enough, we'll be in the green in no time. Okay. Okay. Here we go, fellas. Get some water. Stay hydrated. Yes, fellas, let's do this. We got 55 seconds on the candle before a new candle to form. Can we stay below this level? If we stay below this level, I got some faith. If we could stay below this level, I have some faith. "30 seconds, fellas. Let's do it. We just got to stay below this box. We just got to get a new candle to form below this box. That's going to be a new 5-minute and a new 15-minute and a new hour. Everything. We need it to stay below this box for 10, 15 more seconds. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 10 more seconds. Let's stay below this box. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's see it. Let's go. Now we can enter more sales. If you follow the strategy, it is time to enter more sales. Just so you know, this is the time you enter more sales. Am I going to? No, I'm a pussy boy. I'm gonna just do what I already had since I prematurely entered, right? But this would be the time to enter in sales for it to keep going down, right? So let's see it. Let's see it in action. And honestly, since that be the case, I would say right here is where I want to start rejecting. I want to say I might move my stop loss down here. Just to be, you know what I mean? Boom. That's an extra $10 I'm saving by moving it there. Now I want to see this thing reject. I want to see it reject the box. Reject the box. Reject the box. Yeah. It's dangerous, y'all. This is dangerous. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's trying to recoup. It's trying to retrace. It's trying to retrace. Look at this. Let me cancel this little stop loss. Let me leave what I got for right now. Look at this. They're joking me, bud. Let's see it. If it rejects right here, I'm getting in again. F it. You feel me? Like, I'm looking at the way the price is moving. If it starts rejecting, I'm gonna get in again. That's what I'm saying. It's got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go for the next candle. So now let's draw a new line. This is the new line. We looking for bam, right? We looking for that. If it goes below there, it's over with. I mean, above there is over with. And then we looking for I mean, honestly, that's it. Look, I'm about to get in again. I'm about to get in again. It's showing signs of rejection to me. In my eyes, we rejecting right now. So I'm gonna get in on another sale. Why as soon as I say I'm gonna get in on another sale starts buying up? Maybe I should just wait. Maybe I should just wait. Don't let your mind play you out. Okay? Don't let your mind play you out. Oh, there's some growth happening here. There's some growth happening here. See, it went below. What we don't want to do is see it now go above here. We see it go above here, that would technically be engulfing on the bearish end. We don't want to see that. We definitely don't want to see that. Okay, it's still rejecting here. You know what, y'all? They keep rejecting. We're gonna be disciplined. Only one trade. We don't need to open up multiple trades. If we should have did it up here, but we didn't. So we just gonna let it rock. We're gonna let this play out the way it should play out. And if it does play out the way we want, let me go ahead. I'm gonna edit this trailing again, like I said, to 752, 74.52. Confirm that it's trailing now. Boom. So now we just instantly saved us another $10 from being lost no matter what happens. And then if this continues to run down, right, it's a $30 gap here, right? Or I think it said, what did it say, $23 is the gap. It's a $21 gap here, right? And so that means it literally has to be $21 in profit for us to break even, or it has to reach our TP, one or the other. Either way, we trying to secure something down. So let's see what we get. But you know I love big wicks. That first wick was the indicator for us. This was the one that we got in because it touched the bottom. And I was like, you know what? It just broke all these levels right here. Let's do it, right? And that was a little premature. We could have got in up here. We did not. We just watched it just in case. It kept running up, but it rejected. So now we're in our trade. This is technically the spot you would have entered anyways if you just waited 15 minutes. So, you know, we just prematurely got in, and now we're just waiting to see what happens here. We're just waiting to see what happens. Will we be right or not? That's essentially what we're doing now. Will we be right or not? I need a lot of water today. And one thing about the trailing stop is while it does help you, it also will stop you out in some points like this where it's not ideal and you're like, no, it's not ready. So hopefully it doesn't do that. Hopefully we could just see some solid, some solid progress towards the downside while we're still in the trade. All right, we're looking for at least to hit $20 on this trade. Our stop loss is locking us in at a $20 loss. We got to make at least 20 in profits. A TP says 77, but let's try and lock in at least 20. At least. I'd love to see this keep going down. How's gold doing while we waiting? Oh, gold looks like it's ready to reject too. Look at this. Gold is in a perfect spot. Look at that. Gold, it already went below here. What we need to see it do? Boop, boop, boop. Right back. Yo, yeah, gold looks like it's ready. That's interesting. Yeah, gold might sell off, bro. Aye. Man. Every day's not gonna be a winning day, fellas. You just gotta win more than you lose. You feel me? But hopefully today is a winning day. But the way it's been trading at this level right here, if it ever drops below, I might honestly just put my stop loss at break even just to secure my funds from even being a loss for real, for real. We don't have to see. All right. I might even be able, since I'm seeing that it's rejecting, I might even be able to be slick enough to move it here. Like, okay, I might be slick enough to do that. To say, look, that joint is not going up here. Really, I could probably put the reject right here. But since it's trailing, I'll let it rock. So now, what are we locked in at? We're locked in at 16 instead of 20 on the stop loss so far. So we're slowly looking at how the chart's moving, and we're manually changing the stop loss while it's still trailing at the same time. So like if this is a clear rejection, I might move it back to this right where this wick is, because then clearly it's rejecting that level. I could be like, all right, I could feel comfortable moving my stop loss there. Okay, I like to see this. I like to see this. I like to see this reject here. Okay, we almost back to where we enter our trade again. Can it stay below that level this time? All right, it looks like it's getting stuck right above our trade entry. That's interesting. All right, we're back at break even. We're at 0. Okay, we're above now. Okay, let's let it get some room. Once it gets some room to breathe, I will put the stop loss right there where break even is so that I don't lose anything, but it has to breathe. You see how it instantly went back up? I have to give it some room to breathe. Like I have to come back down here so I can at least give it some room to come up a little bit and then go down. You get what I'm saying? Um, I have to give it room to breathe because that's why we've been losing all of our stop losses these last couple of days. Even though the trade's been going the way that we need it to and it's been running, we haven't given it enough breathing room for it to go up and down, up and down. So that's what we're gonna work on, is giving it breathing room, because we've been choosing the right directions pretty much all week last week, except for one day. But we kept getting our stop loss hit pretty quickly. So it just resulted in small profits as opposed to like nice size. Like, we should be up at least a good 200 right now, and we're not, just off of the stop losses being too not given enough headspace. But now we're given headspace, and we just got to see it actually want to keep going down. Instead, it keeps trying to fill all that room that I gave it in the stop loss. And I don't like that. We want to see it go downwards. All right, you see how the volume levels is getting higher? This is a good sign here. This is good. I like to see volume levels get higher. See, every time it gets to where I got in, it tries to come back in and bounce up. That's so weird. Let's see the volume get higher here. Let's do it. Let's finally take off into the bottom side. We looking for 73.50. That's a $75 move down. If we could get that, that would be love. If we could actually reach our take profit, that would be love. All right, here we go. Moment of truth, moment of truth. Let's move this over so I can see it a little better. Moment of truth. And I wonder, can I put volume on the RSI thing? I can. I think I like that. I could see it better. Yeah, I think I like that. Got the volume bars here. That lets me see what's going on. Yeah. I like the way this is looking, man. I'm liking this. This is bouncing right off the 50 line, heading back down. That's solid. And I actually don't even want the 50 line there. That's crazy. But it bounced off the 50 line pretty clean. That's solid. That's solid. Now, can we see this volume level? Can we see this volume level reach above the previous one? That's what we're looking for now. It just gets bought up every time. It's trying to go down, but it doesn't want to. Damn, where's the sell off, bro? Oh man. It's gaining the volume. The volume is coming. It's growing. I just want to see it grow in the red. You feel me? I want to see that volume grow in the red. Like, it's very low on the 15. That's okay. It's got 10 more minutes, 11 and a half minutes for this 15 to form or to finish forming. but I want to see it grow strong in the red. And you know what? Let me do what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to put the stop loss to secure, what you call it. Let me do that. Let me just put the break even on the stop loss. Put the break even. I'm going to turn the trailing off for right now. Well, hold on, it's moving. I'm going to turn the trailing off for right now. Right? I think fees is like, look at how fast that joint moves, bruh. I've got the, okay, we're going trailing. It just eats it up. This is nasty. Yeah, no trailing. Just putting a stop loss right to protect only $1. It's only gonna protect $1. But the way it's moving, I'm not comfortable. Look, as soon as we put the stop loss at 80, like I'm just not comfortable with the way that's moving. It's moving too wonky. I'm not losing, bro. It's moving way too wonky. I don't like that. Like it should have kept going down and it didn't. But I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. But at least if it does, we could get in a better position. I'm so hungry. Look at that. Reject, reject, reject. That's okay, bro. It took us out our position. I said I followed my rules, man. I talked out my thought process. I said I don't really like the way it's moving anymore. So I'm just gonna put a stop loss to my break even as soon as it goes right below again. I let it get a little bit of room, right? If we go back, what did I say? I said this is I literally you can rewind the footage. I said if it comes back below here, I'm gonna put in my my stop loss to break even. It got back to that region, I put it in, boom, it ate it up. That's just the nature of the game. But we didn't lose anything today. That's all that matters, right? As long as you don't lose anything, I'd rather break even. And honestly, we made $1.50. I said we came in here with 230. It's 231.50. So really, we made $1. But what I'm saying is, I'd rather break even than lose, right? Because then tomorrow or later in the day, I could start off with better positioning. I could start off with, clearer eyes. Who knows what tomorrow might have in store? Who knows what 2 hours from now might have in store? But look, it's rejecting again. So I could have held and still been in the trade, but it's just like I didn't like it. I didn't like the movement that was going on, and it was nasty. But yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I know I'm making somebody some money because it's been going the directions I've been saying it's gonna go. So I know I'm been making somebody some money. So if you watching this joint live in the kick and it's making you some money, yo, spam W's, spam dollar signs. As a matter of fact, spam dollar signs, spam dollar signs. Let me see it. Let me see it. Other than that, man, where would I enter another trade if I was to go back and enter right now? I would honestly look to see it come back in this area, right? 7436. So if it comes anywhere between 74, let me draw a box. Let me draw a box for you. If it goes anywhere between 7437 and 7435, I would entertain and you see signs of rejection, that's where I would entertain some more sales. Other than that, I wouldn't entertain anything till tomorrow, um, unless this thing rips and goes back above here and breaks and closes a 15-minute candle above the opening 15-minute high. I wouldn't even entertain longs anymore until tomorrow. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna get off this live. I'm super hungry. I didn't eat breakfast this morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and get me some brunch or something. I'll catch you when I catch you. Peace.